बोले वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय, राधा रानी की जय, श्रीमद सद्गुरु सरकार की जय। वन प्रथमं सद्गुरुं वन्दे श्रीकृष्णं तदनन्तरं गुरु पापात्मना त्राता श्रीकृष्णस्त्वमलात्मना कस्तूरीतिलकं ललाटपटले वक्षस्थले कौस्तुभं नासाग्रे वरमौक्तिकं करतले वेणुः करे कङ्कणम् सर्वांगे हरिचंदनं सुललितं कंठे च मुक्तावली गोपस्त्री परिवेष्टितो विजयते गोपालचूरा नमः कमलना भाय नमः कमलमालिने नमः कमलपादा नमस्ते कमलेक्षण यो ब्रह्मानं विदधाति पूर्वं यो वै वेदांश्च प्रहिणोति तस्मै तद्ध्वं हदेवमात्मबुद्धिप्रकाशं मुमुक्षुर्वै शरणमहं प्रपद्ये। बोले वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय, राधा रानी की जय, श्रीमद सद्गुरु सरकार की जय। प्रिय भक्त समुदाय, दिव्य आत्माओं, महानुभाव, dearest devotees of the Supreme Lord, the Divine Souls. First, let me say Radhe Radhe to each and every one, and my pranam, my humblest prostrations to all of you. Also to our viewers on social media, Facebook, Bhakti TV, etc. Very special Radhe Radhe to you also, and my pranam, my naman. Again today we are at our JKP Center in Chase Village, Bholai Trace. As usual, we begin with chanting the glories of the Lord. A beautiful pad written by Jagat Guru Tam Shri Kripalu Mahaprabhu, describing the playfulness and beauty of Shri Krishna. Very briefly, I'll go through page 48. My Shyam Sundar, my Shri Krishna is extremely playful, extremely beautiful. Rasik Rangilo, Gun Garbilo, Nilo Tanu Abhiram, the blue complexion one, beyond all description. He, the light of the Rasik saints and the ocean of virtues. Dhenu charavat venu bajavat ati man bhavat bham. He is taking the cows to graze, to pasture. While doing that, is playing the basuri, the divine flute. And he's still in the hearts of all the gopis who are looking at him while he's going. Jhumat mor mukut mukh chumat ghumat lat chabidam. He sways so beautifully as he walks. His hair is very thick and very curly. He's kissing his lips, looking like the bee is kissing the lotus flower. His mukut, the peacock feather on the mukut is also swaying as he walks. Kandhe peet pati dupati kar lapati lakuti lalam. On his shoulder he has yellow dupatta, yellow shawl. It's very beautiful. Around his hand he's holding that lakuti, that golden stick, and it's wrapped around the shawl also. It's very beautiful, still in the mind, enchanting. Karakankan katikinkini bhajati payal bhajati palm. He has golden bracelets, bangles, golden bracelets on his wrist. He has a beautiful belt, golden belt around his waist, a kinkini with little bells, golden bells. It's making beautiful music, still in the heart of Paramhans. Around his ankles he also has payals. He has anklets with little bells, and he walks. It creates very beautiful music. It steals the heart of all the devotees, the gopis, etc. Kar kripalu jabanain sain tab hoy gayo kam tamam. When Kripalu Mahaprabhu is saying, everything is so beautiful, but when he looks, he glances aside, like with the sidelong loving glance at someone, a deserving soul, then it becomes a sweet, loving disaster. That person is no longer of any use in the material world. छबीलो श्याम हमारो
चैल छबीलो श्याम
double please चैल छबीलो श्याम हमारो
चैल छबीलो श्याम हमारो
रसिक रंगीलो गुणगर वीलो
रसिक रंगीलो गुणगर वीलो
नीलो तनु अभिराम हमारो छैल छबीलो श्याम हमारो
छैल छबीलो श्याम हमारो जावत
अति रस अति मन भावत हम हमार
अति मन भावत धाम हमारो
ओ छैल छबीलो श्याम हमारो
चैन छबीलो श्याम हमारो
झूमत मोर मुकुट मुख झूमत
झूमत मोर मुकुट मुख झूमत
घूमत लाट छवि धाम हमारो
घूमत लाट छवि धाम हमारो
छैल छबीलो श्याम हमारो
चैन छबीलो श्याम हमारो
कांधे पीठ पटी दुपटी कर
कांधे पीठ पटी दुपटी कर
लपटी लपटी लकुटी ललाम हमारो
लपटी लकुटी ललाम हमारो
ओ छैल छबीलो श्याम हमारो
चैन छबीलो श्याम हमारो
कर कंकन कटी किंकिनी बाजती
कर कंकण कटी किंकिनी बाजती
पायल बाजती हमारो
पायल बाजती पाम हमारो
ओ छैल छबीलो श्याम हमारो
चैन छबीलो
नैन सैन तब
कर कृपालु जब नैन सैन तब
गयो काम छबीलो श्याम हमारो
चैन छबीलो श्याम हमारो
ओ राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे राधे
राधे
Everybody clap and sing loudly, please.
गोविंद राधे राधे
Oh राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे
राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे राधे
राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे राधे
राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे राधे
ओ राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे राधे
राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे राधे
राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे
राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे राधे
ओ राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे
राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे राधे
राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे
राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे राधे
छैल छबीलो श्याम हमारो
छैल छबीलो श्याम हमारो
Again today, from the book Brahmas Madira, that most divine book written by Jagat Guru Tam, Sri Kripalu Mahaprabhu (1008) pads, divine composition, divine poetry, with 21 madhuris. From the Siddhant Madhuri again tonight, chosen this part and try to explain a little bit what is said. Chadhu, chadhu man, Thagini mayas chadhu. Young age? Oh, sorry. Yeah. Check number 50. Charuman. No? Go back then. Go back to page. What page is this? This is not Charuman. Huh? I think it's a little bit before that. Before that. Go back. Sorry about that. Charuman.
Bhaiya, can you tell us the whole line so I'll find it?
Charuman Thagini Maya As. The first word is Charuman.
Yeah.
Once you find it, you'll find it.
No, sometimes it's wrong side.
No, it's not wrong side. I'm telling you from the beginning. Nothing is wrong side. Yeah, right there. It's not far away. Oh Lord, just pass it.
No, that's not it.
The one before that. Charuman Thagini Maya As. Where is boy is? What happened? He not playing tonight? What's wrong with him? Shh, don't make noise. Charuman Thagini Maya As.
Charuman Thagini mayas.
Oh, Charuman Thagini mayas.
Charuman Thagini mayas.
The saint Jagat Guru Tam Kripalu Mahaprabhu, in the words of a sadhak, an aspirant soul, is saying Charuman Thagini Maya As. This Maya is a Thagini. Thagini means deceiver. One who deceives you, takes you away from the right thing. बहकाते हैं. So Maya is a Thagini. And do not hope that this Maya, do not have hope. As means hope. In this Thagini Maya, it just deceives us. How does Maya deceive us? Maya has made us forgotten who we are. The mind which does the action of performing, of doing action, the work of doing, of working, the mind is the worker, the performer of the action, is looking for happiness, searching, but in the wrong place. Why? Because mind is also called Maya. This mind is a product of Maya. Go gochar jah lagi man jai, so sab Maya janihu bhai. Tusiraj Maharaj says in the Ramayana, that mind that we think with, the intellect that we know, the senses that we grasp, the sense organs, they are all under the control of Maya. They are product of Maya. They are all Maya. And God is beyond Maya. So you cannot know divine God. Anyhow, we have turned our backs away from God. Because of ignorance, Maya took hold of the soul. We turned our backs away from God. Dva suparna sayuja sakhaya samanam briksham parikasva jate tayoranyah pipalam swadatya nashnan nanyo abhichakashiti. Shvetashvataro Upanishad, chapter 4, verse 6. There's a question in people's mind, why should we love God? People have a question. We go to mandir, we go to church, we do puja, we do havan. We do all these things, sing God's name, glories. But nobody loves God or wants to love God. What is the use for loving God? We do all of this because we think if we do that, God will bless us with material things in the world. I want to pass my exam. I want to get a good job. I want to win the lotto. I want to get a beautiful girl for a wife, handsome boy for a husband. I want to have children. Anything in the world. So people have this conviction that God can give us these things. If we do some puja, some brat, fasting, etc., that God will give us these things. And generally, 99.99% of people who appear to worship God, whether we are Hindus, Muslim, Christian, Buddhist, Jain, whatever, is begging God, making deal with God for the world. We don't want God. So this question comes, why should we want to love God? We have to, but you will find out. First to begin, it's a natural law that every part, every fraction has a natural love for the whole and wants to become one with it. It's a natural law. All rivers naturally flow to the ocean, being a fraction of the ocean. All flame of a fire, you see the diya, the flame goes upwards. Whether it's a diya, whether it's a chulha, whether it's a raging forest fire, all the flame goes upward. Why? It's a fraction of the sun. Now, who are we? We have forgotten who we are. That Ved mantra I told you, Shvetashvataro Upanishad chapter 4 verse 6. The exact translation of his Ved mantra is given in Bhagavad Mahapuran. Bhagwan Krishna is saying to Uddhav, Suparna vetau sadrishau sakhayau yadichayatau kritanidau cha vrikshe ekastayo khadati pippalan maya Pibalena bhuyan. 11 canto, 11 chapter, 6 verse. Exact translation. What is it saying? There's a tree, briksh. Means a tree, pear tree. On the tree there's two birds sitting. Do pakshi, two birds. One bird is Jivatma, the individual soul, we people. And one bird is Paramatma, Bhagavan, God, Shri Krishna. The position of the two birds are like this. One bird has turned the back to the other bird. That's us. This one has turned the back, Jivatma, individual soul. The one sitting behind, Bhagavan. This bird that's turned the back is eaten the bitter fruits. The tree has fruits, bitter. That only gives pain and suffering. The other bird looks quietly, sits quietly and takes note only. Doesn't disturb. The tree is the world. And the fruits on the tree are the people and objects in the world. These two birds are sitting in our heart. Bhagwan as well as Jivatma is sitting in our heart. Ishvara sarva bhutanam hrideshe junatishtati. Chapter 18 verse 61 Gita. Shri Krishna says, God sits in the heart of every living being. And we, the soul, is also there. So, we have forgotten who we are. That I am the soul, Atma. Identifying with the physical body because of Maya, we turned our backs away from God. We want God. The Vedas say, Chinmatam Shri Hariransam Suksham Aksharam Avyam Krishnadhinamiti Prahu Jivam Jnana Gunashayam. Ved. Jivatma, the individual soul, is an ansh, a fraction of Hari, God, Shri Krishna. Hari ansh. Hari deha pitamatma swayam prakriti ishvaraha. Tatpanamulam ksharanam yatakshemo ninamiha. Bhagavad Mahapuran, 4th canto, 29 chapter, 50th verse. Bhagavad is saying, the soul, Shri Krishna is the soul of all souls. In other words, the Jivatma, the soul, is a fraction of Shri Krishna, God. Vedavyas says also in Brahma Sutra, Ansho Nana Vyapadeshat. Brahma Sutra, Vedanta Sutra. The Jivatma, the individual souls, are fraction, ansh, fraction of God. Ishvara ansha jiva avinashi chetana amala sahaj shukrasi. Ramayana. The soul is a fraction of God, Jeev, ansh. Shri Krishna says in Gita also, Mamaivansho jiva loke jiva bhutaha sanatanaha. Chapter 15 verse 7 Gita. Shri Krishna says the individual souls are eternal. Sanatan means eternal. Eternal fractions, part of Shri Krishna. So, remember that natural law, every part, every fraction has a natural love for the whole and wants to become one with it. So since we, the individual souls, are eternal parts, fraction of Shri Krishna, It means we love and want only Shri Krishna. And who is Shri Krishna? What is Shri Krishna? The Vedas say, Raso vai saharasagvam he vayam labdva nandi bhavati. Taittiriya Upanishad chapter 2 verse 7. The Vedas say, Shri Krishna is ras, he is bliss, happiness. Anando brahmeti vajanat. Taittiriya Upanishad chapter 3 verse 6. Shri Krishna, God is Ananda, bliss, happiness. Ananda parishtat, Ananda eva dhastat. Anando dakshinataha. Ityadi. Chandogya Upanishad. That ocean of bliss is known as God. There's bliss and bliss alone about Him. Above Him, below Him, inside, outside, east, west, north, south. Ananda eva dhastat. So God is bliss, happiness. And we are eternal fractions of Shri Krishna. So it means we all want only happiness. Anand, bliss. But from beginningless time till now, we have not even found a tiniest drop of happiness, true happiness, not even once, not even in dream. Why? Because this Thagini Maya. Maya has deceived us that we can find happiness in the world. Identifying with this material body, haven't forgotten that I am the soul, Atma, Jivatma, from beginningless time. Uncountable lifetimes of God. We keep rotating in 8.4 million forms of life. Any form we go in, we all searching. Dog also wants only happiness. You see a mother dog and you take away one of the puppy. Okay, go ahead, take it. No, she'll want to bite you. A cow has a young. Chat ke licking, she cleans that calf because she loves the calf so much. All the dirtiness she licks, drinks it down. Look at a worm. Even that worm, insect, worm. You take a worm and squeeze it. Touch it. Ooh, don't touch me. It gets pain. No soul, no yoni. In the 8.4 million forms, you cannot find such a soul that says, I want pain, I want suffering. All want only happiness. Being a fraction of that infinite happiness, Shri Krishna. But because of the Thagini, day asa divya sukha ki, tohi puni karata niras. Maya keeps telling us, oh, we'll find happiness in the world. Maya through the mind. Remember I told you, this mind is also called Maya. It's our servant. This body is Maya. This body is a servant of the soul, Atma. What does the servant do? It serves the master. So everything we do, the senses, the mind, the intellect, is to give happiness to the master, the soul, us. But because of ignorance, it's looking in the wrong place. Oh, okay, you'll find happiness in this thing to eat. You'll find happiness in this motor car. Did you get it? No. You'll find happiness in this girl. Did you get it? No. You'll find happiness in this boy. Did you get it? No. So it wants to give us that happiness, the true happiness which is divine. What we call happiness is not happiness. Happiness is a divine thing because it's Bhagavan. And Bhagavan is divine. We think, people think, I have found happiness in the world. A girl says, the day I got married was the happiest day of my life. Oh, I cried and I cried and I cried. I can't remember anything. I was so happy. And after the marriage, I kept crying. A person says, the day I got my new job was the happiest day of my life. I was dreaming, planning and dreaming of this day, and today my dreams came true. But is that happiness? No. Every happiness we've attained in the material world from beginningless time till now is not true happiness. Even then, very simple people, naive people in the world who don't understand, most of us, will say, I found happiness in the world. Not the great big happiness of Bhagavan, small, but I found happiness. It obviously means we don't understand what happiness is. Sukh. So the Vedas, the highest authority, the Vedas give a definition for happiness. Yo vai bhuma tat sukham, bhumaiva sukham, Chhandogya Upanishad. The Vedas say, that which is infinite, immeasurable, eternal, beginningless, is called Sukh, happiness. Once attained, you will possess it forever. You will never become separate from it ever again. You will never experience sorrow ever again. Have we ever attained such a thing? Today something makes us happy, tomorrow next moment we are sad. Somebody says, yesterday was the happiest day of my life. I became the owner of a brand new Lexus motor car. Happiest day. Okay. And today, where is the happiness? Why are you so sad? That was your delusion. The great Saint Tulsidas Maharaj says, Soi sukh lavalesh, बारिक जिन सपने हो लही, ते नहीं घन ही खगेश, ब्रह्म सुकई सज्जन सुमति. Tulsidas Ji Maharaj says, if we were to taste the tiniest drop of true happiness, once, even in dream, sapna, then we are sure to forget the bliss of the formless absolute Brahm, that which is experienced by the Gyanis. Then what to say of the mundane pleasures in the world? From this it is obvious that we have not tasted true happiness even once, as we are still attracted by the commonest of worldly pleasures, little things. So we have always been looking from beginningless time. The search of ours for happiness is eternal, beginningless. Why? Because we, the individual soul, Jivatma, is also Sanatan, eternal. Gyagyaudvavaja vishanisha heka bhokti bhogyata yukta anantaschatma vishwarupo hyakartatayam yada vindate brahma me tat. Shvetashvataro Upanishad, chapter 1, verse 9. Gyagyaudvavaja. The word Aj means unborn, eternal, beginningless. The Vedas are saying, just as Bhagavan, the Supreme Lord, is unborn, eternal, beginningless, we, the Jivatma, the individual soul, is also Aj, eternal, beginningless. So from beginningless time we have been searching. being a fraction of happiness, it's our nature. We can't help it. We have to keep performing actions. And every action we perform for wanting only happiness. But because of this Thagini Maya, we have been deceived. Instead of getting happiness, we get niras, disappointments. The same thing we think is going to make us happy ends up giving us sorrow, suffering in the same amount. In the non-attainment or destruction of that. So, that's why do not have hope in this Thagini Maya to find true happiness. Charu man Thagini Maya as Charu man
Thagini Maya as
Day Day as दिव्य सुख की तो ही
जय जय आस दिव्य सुख की तो ही
पुनि पुनि करत निरास चारु मन
पुनि पुनि करत निरास चारु मन
ओ पुनि पुनि करत निरास चारु मन
पुनि पुनि करत निरास चारु मन
चारु मन ठगनी मायास
चारु मन ठगनी मायास
The happiness, this is why we have to love God. This question was, why love God? The reason why we don't love God, we love the world, because that conviction, because of the ignorance of identifying with the body, we have been searching for happiness from beginningless time in the world. Our mind has become attached to the world. Very firm. That decision is there. Instead of being attached to Sri Krishna, to God, where we can find true happiness, because of the Thagini Maya has led us astray, this mind has led us astray, we are searching for happiness where it cannot be found. In the material world. Instead, आकर 4,84,000 योनि भ्रमट यह जीव अविनाशी. Bhagwan Shri Ram is sent to the residents of Ayodhya. Jivatma, the individual soul, is avinashi, indestructible, eternal, beginningless. But it keeps rotating in 8.4 million forms of life because we get attached. Look, why do we get attached to any person or object? Shri Krishna tells us in Gita, Dhyayato Vishayan Punsa Sangasteshu Pajayate. Chapter 2, verse 62, Gita. When we think again and again, bar, listen carefully. When we think again and again that I will find happiness in some person, in some object, we get attached. We get addicted. We fall in love. All mean the same thing. The decision comes, I will find happiness in cigarette. We see someone smoking, a young person when we were young, and we thought, I should try it too. And smoking the first cigarette, we cough and almost choke on it, but we keep smoking until we get addicted, we can't give it up, we become a chain smoker. The mind gets attached. Same thing with alcohol. Nobody's born alcoholic. We see others drinking and we think, let me try a little drink too. Long ago, the parents used to give you for the worms. Some for to make the bones strong, all kind of craziness. That started. Give them a little bit of brandy, a little bit, and you get hooked on it. First you take a hide or they give you a little drink, then you want, every Friday you want to go now and drink with the friends. Then every Monday and Friday, every Monday, Wednesday and Friday, every day, now you're an alcoholic. Same thing, anything. Boy sees a girl sees a boy. This is a girl who's going to make me happy. This is a boy who's going to make me happy. Nobody falls in love. Decision is very subtle. It comes in the mind. We all want happiness, our happiness. It's our nature. So decision came, this is the boy who's going to make me happy. This is the girl. And we start thinking again and again. And the mind gets addicted. We say, I fell in love. Then even food becomes tasteless. You can't sleep. The point you can't sleep, you can't eat until you get that girl, you get the boy, you get married. In the beginning things go okay. And soon all problem will start. Before marriage we act. You acted and she also acted. Nobody shows their true self. You have to dress up and behave in a certain way. After marriage, you stop acting and she stop acting also. Then all the problems start. You never do what I say. You never listen to me. Everybody wants their happiness. I married you because I thought you would make me happy. And the other person is thinking the same thing and nobody has happiness to give. And that's where the problem comes. And big problem. As long as somebody does what I want, as long as they satisfy my selfishness, I have the best wife. I have the best mommy and daddy. I have the best children. My son is a Shravan Kumar. जाते कछु निज स्वार्थ होई तापर ममता करे सब कोई सुर नर मुनि सब कह रीति स्वार्थ लागी करही सब प्रीति. Shankar Bhagwan is saying to Parvati, the basis of all worldly affection is swarth, selfishness, our own happiness. The more the outward love and affection we get from anyone in the world, the greater is the selfishness involved. The child does what the parent wants. The parent says, the father says to the son, son, bring my phone. And the son runs and brings the phone. Ah, what a wonderful child. Angel, Shravan Kumar. A little while afterwards, the father say, son, please bring me a glass of water. And he continues sitting. Hey, did you hear I said to bring me a glass of water? He still sits. Ramesh, I keep telling you bring me a glass of water and you don't play any heed. My God, I have a Rakshas, a demon for a son. Ooh. Just now he was an angel, Shravan Kumar, when he fulfilled my selfishness. And when he failed to do so, he's become a Rakshas. This is what we call love and hate in the world. When someone does what we want, I love you. They don't do what we want, that love comes to an end. And if that selfish aim is harm, that same love can become hate. The same person, I will give the moon, I will give the stars, I will give my life for you. How many people end up killing that same person? Taking their life instead. Because you didn't do what I want. You betrayed me. You went and liked somebody else. Ooh. All this happened. So, because we are looking for happiness, our happiness, and we are searching in the wrong place. Brahma loka pariyanta bhogadai bandhati tiraguna pas. This mind is governed by three modes of Maya, our mind. Maya, the Thagini, which is called Maya, Tribhir gunamaya bhavai rebhi sarvamidam jagat mohitam nabhijanati mamebhya paramavyayam. Chapter 7, verse 13, 1-3 Gita. Maya has three qualities that governs, binds the individual soul. It governs the mind, the whole world. Ajam ekam lohit shukla krishnam bahavi prajah srijamanam swarupa ajo heko jushamanunu shete jahatenam bhukta bhoga majonya. Shveta Shutro Upanishad. Chapter 4, verse 5. Maya has three qualities: Sattva gun, Rajogun, Tamogun. These three qualities, they have their control on our mind. Our thoughts and ideas, our character, they determine how we feel, how we think. And one is always predominating. All three are there all the time. They mix and mingle and intermingle. Sometimes Sattva Gun is predominating. When Sattva Gun is predominating, we have high and noble thoughts. We want to do good things, give charity, pray to Bhagwan. When the Rajas quality is predominating, we are hopeful, ambitious. We want power, position. When the Tamas quality is predominating, Sattva Gun is there, Rajogun, but Tamas quality is predominating. We are lazy, lack incentive, our will grows weak. Evil thoughts, bad thoughts, the worst thoughts come in the mind. The quality of Tamogun. So, accordingly, what kind of action we perform, if we do tamasic things, or rajasic things, that binds us in the material world. We come back in the material world, Rajogun. Tamogun, we go to hell. And if we do sattvic things, which is extremely difficult in Kali Yuga, given dan, varnashram dharma, performing according to the rules and regulations of the Vedas is not easy in Kali Yuga. Varna, Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. Ashram, stages of life, Brahmacharya, Grihasti, householder. Brahmacharya means celibate, not student. Celibacy. Grihasti, householder's life. Nowadays, Brahmachari is Grihasti. Live in householder's life. What a householder is supposed to be doing. This is the Kali Yuga. And people say, I can do dharma. Do you know what dharma means? Vanaprasth, semi-retirement. Leave the house, leave the money, leave the children, the murukha, go in the forest, you and the wife. Vanaprasth. Vana means forest, forest dwellers. Sannyas, complete detachment. Now wife go one way, husband. It's not possible in Kali Yuga. The rules and regulations governing dharma. if we can do that, we acquire something called punya, spiritual merits. That will take us to heaven, Swarg. There are many heavenly regions. Mostly we hear about 7. Bhu, Bhuvaha, Swaha, Mahaha, Janaha, Tapaha, Satya. 7. So according to the punyas we have acquired, remember, not possible in Kali Yuga. Kali Yuga Yoga na Jagya Jnana Ek Aadhar Ram Gun Gana. Kag Basundji has seen uncountable Kali Yugs. And he said to Guruji in the Kali Yuga Mahima of the Ramayana, in the age of Kali Yuga, these things are impossible, can't do. You cannot do Gyan, you cannot do Jagya, Dharma, you cannot do Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, not exercise. There's only one limb of Yoga. Yoga means Yam, Niyam, Asan, Pranayam, Pratyahar, Dharana, Dhyan, Samadhi. That's Yoga. The very first thing before Asan, Yam, Niyam, complete control over the mind. Then Asan. What we call yoga today, the correct name is Yogasan. Before Yogasan, Yam Niyam. Who can control the mind, bhaiya? So these things are impossible. Ehi kalikal na sadhan duja, jog na jap tapa bratha makha puja. Kag Basundji is saying to Guruji, in the Kali Yuga, these things are not possible. It's the age we live in. If someone can do, somebody says, I can do it. I don't care what Ramayana say, Ved or Gita, I can do it. All right, no problem. As I said, you will acquire something called punya, spiritual merits, which will determine which heaven you will go to and for how long. But when you go there, what happens? Shri Krishna says in Gita, Tetam bhuktva swargalokam vishalam kshine punye martyalokam vishanti evam tai dharmanupapanna gatagatam kama kama labhante. Chapter 9 verse 21 Gita. Shri Krishna says, Arjun, because of the punyas you have acquired, which is extremely difficult, as I said, impossible in Kali Yuga, almost, you will go to heaven. Once you go there and you start enjoying the vast pleasures of heaven, something happens. Kshine punya. That punya starts destroying. As you use it, you lose it. Hey, I'm not making this up. You can read it for yourself. Chapter 9, verse 21, Gita. I don't like it, then don't read Gita. Maybe change your religion. That punya starts destroying. And one day it's going to become zero. And then what will happen? Martyalokam vishanti, you'll be kicked out. Get out. Finish. And you say, okay, I went to heaven, I had a good time. There's no old age in heaven. There's no physical disease, no COVID. All the mental diseases are there. Greed, anger, jealousy, hatred, lust, just like here. But no physical disease. There's no hunger, no thirst, etc., etc. So I'll go back, I'll come back, go and do some more dharma. Remember, karma has become zero. We have to start all over again. The Vedas say, Ishta purtam manyamana varishtham nanyachreyo vedayante pramudha nakasya prishtete sukitena bhutimam lokam heenataram vavishanti. Mundak Upanishad, first Mundak, second Kan, 10th mantra. The Vedas are saying, the person who wants to go to heaven, Swarg, and does think to go there is not only an ordinary fool, the greatest fool. Pramudha. Moodh, the Sanskrit word, in Hindi, murk, fool. And in Sanskrit, when you put the prefix pra before a word, it means the greatest. Pramudha. Why? Hinataramba bishanti. After you enjoy heaven, you're going to be thrown into lower forms of life. Hina yoni, heen. Dog, cat, donkey, worm, tree, grass. One day you're enjoying in heaven as a devata. Next day you're in the body of a dog, a stray dog, a cat, a worm. Bhagwan Shri Ram warns us in the Ramayana. People don't, I know everything in the Ramayana. I know Ramayana by heart. Really? And you're telling everybody to go to heaven? What does Shri Ram say? He warns us in the Ramayana, Ram Gita. Ehi tan kar phal vishaya na bhai, swargahu swalp ant dukhdai. Bhagwan Shri Ram is saying with his own Shri Mukh to the residents of Ayodhya, hey bhaiya, this human body which is so valuable, devatas are begging and praying for it. It was not given to you to enjoy the senses. Vishayana bhai, not to have a good time in the world. Nor was it given to go to heaven, Swarg. Why? Swargahu swalp. There's no true happiness there. It's only that of this material world multiplied a number of times. And the worst part, ant dukkhadai. After you go to heaven, you're going to suffer. Not me. This is not a chaupai I have made up. Just go to Uttarakhand of Ramayana. When Bhagwan Shri Ram came back to Ayodhya, once he called everyone, Ek baar Raghunath bulaye, Guru Dvij Purvasi sab aaye. Once the Lord, in 11,000 years, once he called everyone and gave a lecture. You will find the chaupai there. So, Brahmalok, the highest heavenly region, Satyalok, Brahmalok, the abode where Brahma resides. Brahma, the creator, is the highest heavenly region. There is no true happiness. Shri Krishna says in the Gita, Brahma bhuvana aloka punaravarti norjuna mamu pechatu kaunteya punarjanmana vidyate. Chapter 8 verse 16 Gita. Arjun, all these heavenly regions, up to the abode of Brahma, Brahmalok, Satyalok, the highest heaven, they are destructible. There's a time limit. And only upon attaining me, God, Shri Krishna, one does not come back in this world and suffer. The aim is God realization. We have been to heaven uncountable times, become devatas. Enjoy for a little bit and then come back here and suffer. Uncountable. So this Maya, so we get binded by these three qualities. These three qualities of Maya, they put us in bondage, promising us heaven, etc. And there's nothing, we just keep rotating in 8.4 million forms. Charu mana Thagini mayas,
Charu mana Thagini mayas,
Brahmalok, Brahmalok Pariyant Bhog de,
Brahmalok
Pariyant Bhog de, Brahmalok पर्यंत भोग दे
ब्रह्मलोक
पर्यंत भोग
दे
बांधति तीर गुण पास चारु मन
बांधति तीर गुण पास चारु मन
ओ बांधति तीर गुण पास चारु मन
बांधति तीर गुण पास चारु मन
ठगिनी माया आस
चारु मन ठगिनी माया आस
धर्म कर्म करवाय देति फल नश्वर स्वर्ग ही वास. It's already spoke a little bit about this. So the mind, the Maya, and not understanding what the scriptures are saying. There's a mantra in the Vedas. Avidyaya mantare vartamana swayam dhira panditam manyamana janghanyamana pariyanti mudha andhe naivanyamana yathandha. Mundak Upanishad, first Mundak, second Kand, 8th mantra. The Vedas say people who misinterpret the scriptures. We take our material mind and intellect and we try to interpret divine words. Be very careful. Tulsidas Maharaj says, Bhagavad Rasik Rasik ki baate रसिक बिना को समझ सके ना खग जाने खग ही कै भाखा. Tulsidas Maharaj says, just as a bird alone can understand the language of another bird, so too only a saint, Rasik saint, one who's attained God realization, divine knowledge, divine bliss, can understand what is written by another saint. Whether it's Ramayana, Gita, Bhagavad, Ved, these are divine words. To understand divine words, we have to have a divine mind, divine intellect. This was explained by Bhagwan Shri Krishna to Uddhav in Bhagavad Mahapuran. Uddhav asked Shri Krishna, how come there are so many different paths and so many different beliefs in the world? One say do this, one say do that. Shri Krishna says, because people are under the three modes of Maya, Sattva gun, Rajogun, Tamogun, and different temperaments, different percentage, everyone when they read divine words, they give a different interpretation according to the temperament, the quality of Maya. They give a different material interpretation of divine words. 10 people read one chaupai, they will give 10 different interpretation. According to our temperament. Shri Krishna said, I have taught one thing in the Vedas, to do bhakti, to love me. He says in the Gita, Bhaktya tvananyaya shakya ahamevam vidhorjuna gyatum drashtum cha tattvena praveshtun cha parantapaha. Chapter 11 verse 54 Gita. Arjun, whether someone wants to attain divine knowledge of me, my divine knowledge, They want to know me, know my divine knowledge, Gyatum. Whether they want to see my divine form, see me, Drashtum. Whether they want to attain moksha, they want to merge into my formless aspect, Praveshtuncha. Wanting, Bhaktya-tvananyaya, exclusive devotion, exclusive love. Nothing else works. Shri Krishna is saying, Naham vedena tapasa, nadane na chejaya. Chapter 11, verse 53, Gita. Arjun, after Shri Krishna had shown his universal form to Arjun to prove that he was God, Bhagavan, he said, Arjun, not through the study of the Vedas, Naham vedain, not tapasa, not through austerities, nor dharma, nor fasting, etc. can one attain me, know me. Only exclusive bhakti, love. Read. Chapter 11 verse 53, chapter 11 verse 54. Many places. Just given one example. So, to understand. So here the Ved mantra, Shvetashvatara Upanishad, first Mundak, second Kand, 8th mantra. Those people who think they are very wise and they give a material interpretation that we should perform dharma, we should worship God to go to heaven, to get the world, they are fools. Mudha. And people who believe in them and follow them is like blind leading the blind. Andhe naiva niyamana yathandhaha is a straight case of blind leading the blind. Ved is saying. So, someone is saying, we get convinced, do dharma, do karma, varanashram dharma, what is going to give us? What is the fruit? As I said, impossible in Kali Yuga. But, if someone can do, it will give us heaven, Swarga. Yanti devatan devan pitrin yanti pitibata bhutani yanti bhuteja yanti madhyajinopimam. Chapter 9 verse 25 Gita. Those who worship the devatas, celestial gods, dharma, karma, they will go to heaven, they will become devatas. Very clear. Those who worship the pitris, the ancestors, will go to the abode of the pitris, they will become ancestors. Those who worship bhoot and pret, ghosts and spirits, will become bhoot and pret, ghosts and spirits. And those who worship Bhagavan, Shri Krishna, God, will go to God. Very clear. Chapter 9 verse 25 Gita. So we'll go to heaven. And that heaven is temporary for a few days. Nashwar. Few days you're going to enjoy, have a good time. And then come back here and suffer. And we have done that uncountable times. Because of the Thagini, Maya deceived us. Not knowing who we are. Where to find the happiness we're looking for. Charuman Thagini Maya As
Charumaya Thagini Maya As
Dharma Karma Karvaya Deti Phal
Karma Karvaya Deti Phal
Nashvar Swargahi Vas Charuman
Nashvar Swargahi Vas Charumaya
Nashvar Swargahi Vas Charuman Charuman माया आस
चारु मन धगिनी माया आस.
So what to do? Maya has deceived us for uncountable lifetimes. We, Jivatma, is beginningless. Na jayate mriyate va kadachinnayam bhutva bhavitava na bhuyah ajo nityah shashvatoyam purano na hanyate hanyamane sharire. Chapter 2 verse 20 Gita, Shri Krishna says to Arjun, the Jivatma, the individual soul, is unborn, never takes birth, nor does it die. Nor having come into existence does it cease to be, because it is unborn, eternal, and most ancient. It is not destroyed even when the body is destroyed. Uncountable lifetimes. We have to finish it. We have a way, only in the human body we can do it. What to do? So now the saint is telling us, Huai akam vasuyam sham bhaju karu sadguru vishwas. First thing, we have to go to a true guru, a true saint. Guru binu bhavanidhi tarai na koi jau biranchi shankar sam hoi. Tulsidas Ji Maharaj is saying in the Ramayana, someone may be as powerful as Brahma, the creator, as Shivji, the destroyer, but he will not be able to cross the ocean of Maya without Guru. Guru is so, without Guru we can't get anywhere in the spiritual path. As far as becoming free from Maya, we can live in the world, we can get worldly things, but nothing with Bhagavan. But we have to be careful who we choose as Guru. This is the mistake and problem. As I said, we are blind, Ved is saying, and we are following others who are as blind as us or even more blind. Shri Krishna tells us in Gita, who is a Guru and who to make Guru. Tat viripranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshanti te jnanam jnaninas tattva darshinah. Chapter 4 verse 34 Gita. Two things qualify one to be Guru. Two qualities. Very important. Number one, jnaninaha. Number two, tattva darshinaha. In the Vedas, Shrotriya Brahmanishtham. First Mundak, second Kan, 12th mantra. In Bhagavad Mahapuran, Shabde Parichanishnatham Jnaninaha. Brahman Upashamashayam Tattva Darshinaha. 11 Canto, 3rd chapter, 21st verse. Two qualities. Jnaninaha, he must have knowledge of all the scriptures, complete knowledge, all the Vedas, all the Puranas. Not just Ramayana, not just Gita, not just Bhagavad, all, complete. And not just knowledge, anybody can read a book and give lecture like me. No, he can remove doubts. Our doubts get clarified immediately. But even more important, he is Tattva Darshinaha. He has seen God, attained the divine vision, divine bliss, divine knowledge of God. This is the most important qualification. He has to be God realized, saint. If you are so fortunate to find a true Guru, only by God's grace, what should we do? Number one, tat viripranipatena, completely surrender. Have faith. This is where we lack. Sometimes we meet a true Guru. We don't have faith. Guru said, do this. we do that. We listen to our mind. All of us are guilty who have met a true Guru. All of us. Had we followed 100% what the Guru told us, we would have attained God realization. Oh, people were confused last night. I said, God realization is not a big thing. We already have that. What I meant is that God is living in us. He's in our heart. You have to listen very carefully. But we can't experience Him. We don't know. He's living in our heart. Gita, Shri Krishna is saying God is sitting in the heart of every living being. We don't know. So it's not a big thing. What is more important? We want to get seva. We want to get the seva, the service of Radharani, Shri Krishna and Golok. Of Guru. Anyhow. So we didn't do Agya Palam, we didn't follow because we don't have faith. Guru said, do the seva. What will happen to me? Okay, I'm going to save so much, I'll do, but this little. We don't have faith. We keep applying our mind. We want so much, but we do so much. Shri Krishna says, once I heard my Guru, Jagat Gurutam Kripalu Mahaprabhu say this. Shri Krishna says, Ananyas chintayanto mam jana paripasate tesham nityabhyuktanam yogakshemam bahamyam. Chapter 9 verse 22 Gita. Those who worship me exclusively and surrender themselves completely to me, to them I bring attainment of what they do not have and I protect what they have. Exclusive love, complete surrender, that's a saint. Then God will do yoga kshemam bahamyam. Don't worry. Once you meet a true Guru, a true saint, Shrotriya Brahmanishta Mahapurus, he does yoga kshemam bahamyam. Yoga kshemam bahan karanam. Bandeham Sadguru Charanam. He wrote it, telling us what we don't have faith. So this is where you people lack. You lack. You don't have faith in God and Guru. Guru doesn't take, he gives. I don't take, he says, I give, I give. मैं लेता नहीं, मैं देता हूं. How much of us have faith in that? Us, we just ready to give everything. We don't have faith. Keep holding back, and then we want everything. Anyhow, so Vishwas, faith, complete surrender. That means 100% faith. Pariprashnena, acquire true knowledge by asking him question, etc. And sevaya, knowing the true Guru, the true saint to be Radha Krishna, God personified, do his seva, serve him. He will give everything to you. So, give up all this dharma karma. This is what Arjuna is, this Shri Krishna, the final teaching he gave to Arjuna in Gita. Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam braja. Arjun, give up all dharma, all obligations. Give up all virtue as well as vice. Dharma as well as adharma. And take shelter in me alone. Have faith in me alone, God alone. Arjun objected. He said, Krishna, what if you told me in the Gita to do my duty? If I don't do my duty, will I not be committing pap, sin, and I have to go to hell? Arjun. If you don't surrender to me, we don't surrender to God, we don't take shelter in God, and we don't do our dharma, our duty, we'll certainly go to hell. But the moment you take shelter in God, you surrender to Him, Shri Krishna now takes care of all your dharma. He will do it. Guru does it, Shri Krishna does it. That's why he says, Aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami ma suchaha. Don't worry, I'll do everything. I'll free you from all sin and give you everything divine. But we have to take shelter. So, Vasuyam, 24 hours, Shama Bhaju, love Sham Sundar Shri Krishna. Only by loving God we will attain God, true happiness. God has one condition for knowing Him, attaining Him. That is love, prem. Bhaktya tvananyaya, He says in Gita. Exclusive love. Milahi na raghupati binu anuraga kiye yoga jap jnana viraga. You can do yoga, Ashtanga yoga. Jap, doing the count the name on beat. Austerity, vairag, detachment, whatever. But if there's no anurag, anurag means love for the Lord. No one can attain it. Prabhu Vyapak Sarvatra Samana. God pervades everywhere, in everything, 100%. Not only in the mandir, not only in the murti, in the road, in the ram shop, in the toilet, everywhere, 100%. Samana. But premati pragat hui mai jana. Only prem, love. You sing bhajan. Sabse ऊंची प्रेम सगाई, सबसे ऊंची प्रेम सगाई. Do we understand what we are singing? That the greatest thing to get to bring God to you is love. Prem. That relationship of love. Without love in Him, nothing. So, have faith in the saint. The saint is going to give you the true knowledge that you're not the body, the soul, you're the soul, Atma. That knowledge will come and sit in the intellect. Uncountable lifetimes we have read all these books, Gita, Ramayana, Bhagavad, Ved. It never sat in here. That only happens when we go to a true guru, a true saint. He makes that knowledge sit. Who am I? Who is Krishna? Why should I want to know Krishna? What will I attain? Etc. That knowledge will become firm. So having faith. Sadguru Vaidya Bachana Vishvasa Sanjamaya Na Vishaya Ki Asa. When we have sickness in the world, COVID, headache, fever, some kind of sickness, we go to a worldly doctor, he takes care of it. But there's a greater disease, it's called Manasa Rog. Diseases of the mind. For that we have to go to the Sadguru. He's a Vaidya too. Vaidya means doctor. And what's the medicine? Bachana Vishwasa, having faith in what he tells us. That's the medicine. Then the medicine will do its work. He is my guru, but I don't follow, I don't really believe. How are you going to get better? You go to the doctor and he gives you medicine, you take it and throw it away. So Sadguru Vaidya Bachana Vishwasa. That's the medicine. Taba Kripalu Hari Kripa Kripalu Hi Milai Prem Sukras. So then Kripalu Mahaprabhu, the saint, is saying, when we do that, when we with faith, we believe, we have faith in the Guru, we follow his instruction, we completely surrender. Day and night we love. We love Shri Krishna. We just apply, we do bhakti 24 hours. Then Shri Krishna will shower his grace, Guru will shower his grace. That most merciful Shri Krishna will shower his grace, we'll attain divine love, supreme happiness forever. Charu man Thagini maya aas. Charu
man Thagini maya aas.
Vai akam vasuyam sham bhaju. Vasuyam sham
bhaju.
Karu sadguru vishwas. Charu man
Karu sadguru vishwas. Charu man.
O karu sadguru vishwas. Charu man.
Karu sadguru vishwas. Charu man.
Charu man Thagini maya aas.
Charu man Thagini maya aas.
O tap kripalu hari, kripa kripalu hi.
Jab kripalu hari, kripa kripalu hi.
मिलहि प्रेम सुख रास. चारु मन
मिलहि प्रेम सुख रास. चारु मन.
ओ मिलहि प्रेम सुख रास. चारु मन
मिलहि प्रेम सुख रास. चारु मन.
चारु मन ठगनी माया आस.
चारु मन ठगनी माया आस.
ओ चारु मन ठगनी माया आस.
चारु मन ठगनी
माया
आस.
Maya is a Thagini. No one can become free from Maya by themselves. Shri Krishna says with a challenge in the Gita, Daivi Hesha Gunamai Mama Maya Duratyaya Mame Vaye Prapadyante Maya Metantarantite. Chapter 7 verse 14 Gita. He says Maya is not an illusion as the Jnani say. Maya is a divine power, Daivi Hesha. And he says, Mama Maya, Meri Maya, it's a power that belongs to Shri Krishna, is his power. And Shri Krishna is real, then Maya is real. No one, no Jnani, Rishi, Muni, Yogi, no one can become free from Maya by their own effort. How to become free? Mame vaye prapadyante. The word ev means only. Only the one who completely surrenders to Shri Krishna. Then he will say to Maya, okay Maya, leave that one now. Then Maya will go. Then we will attain that divine happiness, divine love we have been searching for beginningless time. We'll never be separate from it ever again. We will never have to come back in this material world and rotate in 8.4 million forms of life. We have to do bhakti, we have to love Shri Krishna. That question, I hope you know the answer now. Why we should love Shri Krishna? To become free from Maya, to attain true happiness, true bliss. That we never have to come back in this material world and suffer and rotate in 8.4 million forms of life. There's much more we'll hear another time. Bole Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki jai, Radha Rani ki jai, Srimad Sadguru Sarkar ki jai. Jai Jai Shri Radhe, Jai Jai Shri Radhe, Jai Jai Shri Radhe.